25-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll run for the first time with J.K. Dobbins. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Coverage that time by Bobby McCain.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, Jackson. And that will be incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. Returnable for Grant. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10. On 1st down, here's Breida. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the Ravens' 48-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. On play action, here's Tua. He's going to look deep down the field. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A gain of 32 that time.
It's a gain of 32. And the Dolphin first down.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one. Force the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. That'll be complete to Breida. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. From 17 yards out, and the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt. They're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
At the 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45.
The tackle made.
You're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now I'm with you on that one. And what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
From the 44, Jackson. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
The good signal callers will never go back in the huddle and play the blame game because they need those guys to protect him. But on that last one, his offensive line, they lost their leverage very quickly, and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
He can run for it, and he will. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 3rd and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. 1st down. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 45-yard line. This time, Jackson will throw it. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
At the 34-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
He was brought down at the 26. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Ahead of the chains now. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Ravens, nothing.
On 2nd down, a run with Dobbins. And this won't be enough to pick up the 1st. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Baker in on the tackle.
The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
And he will have the 1st before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
I think I like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on 1st down. He's going to find his tight end, Boyle. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup there.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. Now it appears we've got an injured Raven down there on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run here with Ingram. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal. They're mounting a nice drive here. Good chunk of yardage there again. O-line, they've been solid this drive.
They have that look about them right now that says, if you do anything but run the ball behind us, you're crazy. They have really moved it well on this drive, and they want to finish it off the same way.
They'll look to run with Ingram, and he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Taking it in from a yard out, and the Ravens draw a bit closer. People always talk about one of his biggest strengths running the football, vision, and he found the spot there, went into the end zone.
You're exactly right about that. It wasn't just the vision, right? Once he saw the gap, decisiveness, made up his mind, and about the power to finish the play. Not only did he get good blocking, he created his own space as well.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
A running play here on 1st down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense. A little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them. But they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Tua going to hand this one to Breida. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. On 4th down, Matt Hawk to punt it away. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And the Ravens will take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Jackson now steps away, going up top for Kupp, thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard, and he will return this one to the 30-yard line. They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
They run with Breida. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Ball carrier. He's tackled at the 29-yard line. A gain of a yard.
2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. That is caught inside the 5. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Preston Williams, 29 yards. And the Dolphins add on to their lead.
It's never fun for a defense to run on the field knowing that they're having to defend a short field. Just the idea of trying to limit an offense in that position, daunting for a defense.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn things around quickly. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 29-yard line.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. That'll be caught by Kupp. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
That is definitely what we call on defense an uh-oh play. And what you mean by that is against Lamar Jackson, when you see him out of the pocket, your first thought is, uh-oh, he's going to try and run it. How do I get to him and get him on the ground? And guess what? That didn't happen, and his receivers took advantage.
Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. Devin Duvernay, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them. And I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
3rd and 8.
And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the 2nd down pass play only went for 2. Jackson will throw again. And open, it's Cup. He's got it. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
10 at the 46-yard line.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. And Jackson throwing once more. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. After the turnover, it's Tua. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead.
They have really had their way so far in the first half, but they wanted to continue to build on their lead. They know that no lead is safe in this league, so they decided to try their best to get one more as they headed into the half, and they got it done.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. He'll get this one to Cup, complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 16 yards, a first down. It's worth noting when you talk about Jackson's running ability, the Baltimore wide receivers had just over 1,400 receiving yards combined last year. And, Charles, that was the fewest yards by a wide receiver group in the NFL since 2011.
And, partner, I expect that number to go up this year. Last season, Lamar Jackson got very comfortable with his tight end group. In fact, he had one tight end and went to the Pro Bowl. But I think now, because of his ability to run the ball, it'll bring defenders closer to the line of scrimmage, and you'll see more big plays from the wide receivers downfield.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. He was looking for his tight end, Mark Andrews, there. And it's 2nd down.
I'm looking at this with my defensive eyeglasses on because you remember the old days when a tight end saw a linebacker covering him and thought he had a mismatch? But the way they can run nowadays, not necessarily so. They gave it a shot downfield. That one incomplete.
Looking for Andrews again. He's got him this time. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Second down pass play got him 8 yards. Now they've got a third and a couple remaining. From midfield now, here's Jackson. Throw left side, complete to Cup. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Give him 8 yards on the play, and they pick up the first. To throw again is Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And that'll be caught. Touchdown, Ravens. It's Hollywood Brown. Hollywood marks Marquise Brown in the final seconds of the first half. And the Ravens get a bit closer. Well, this could be a big turnaround. They get the touchdown here in the final moments of the second quarter. And remember, Charles, they're going to get the ball to start quarter number 3 as well.
So what you're saying is if they take the ball down to start the second half and score again, it could change the entire complexion of this game, couldn't it?
Absolutely. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! Both teams trying to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He'll give this one to Ingram to start things out. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle, feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
From the 29, Jackson. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. Oh, for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. Picked off by Noah Igbenogany. And they will finally put an end to the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line. Tough one there. First drive of the 3rd quarter, throw an interception, and now a chance that they could be in even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 6-yard line.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Here's a quick throw out left. It's complete. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. From a yard out. And the Dolphins use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
Look, we all know that sometimes we see upsets in the wild card round. But I have to tell you, in this case, I did not see that coming.
I don't think anyone in the stadium saw it coming. You and I were coming in before the game. There was a couple in front of us talking about travel plans for next weekend. They might want to cancel those.
Yeah, I would say so because right now it's looking more and more like they're going to be one and done. They're probably trying to call the hotel, make sure they get their security deposit back.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Ingram, the ball carrier.
If they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on 1st down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive.
7-yard line.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Again, they'll run with Ingram. And he powers his way up past the 30. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a 1st.
4 brings up 3rd and 4.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Steps away to his left. Oh, looking for Andrews downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
So possession goes over here on the punt, and it'll be Dolphin football.
10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They had the double-digit lead at halftime, and they have continued to roll. They're hard to stop right now.
I think what we're seeing is an example of the team that has it figured out in this ball game. And whatever the adjustments are the defense has made, hasn't slowed them, hasn't phased them at all. They either anticipated them or they've been so far ahead that they just can't catch up.
Now it's just a search to add to the lead. A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. They run again with Breida. They'll go option to the short side. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
2 now on 1st down. Caught left side, Williams. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A Miami 1st down on the 14-yard pickup.
14. 1st down, Dolphins.
Running out of the gun here, Breida. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. Called out a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the 3rd. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. From the gun, it's Tua. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And this is caught inside the 5. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's...
And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Matt Breida, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage.
For the extra point.
Nice job of polishing off that drive, and all the credit there goes to that play prior.
Yeah, it certainly does, because after that big play, I think resistance almost felt futile at that point, didn't it? And the very next play, they come right back, quick, fast, and in a hurry, and put it in the end zone.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
It's so tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. In on the stop, it was the UCF product, Shaquem Griffin.
At the 18-yard line.
A hole to dig out of here, 2nd and 17. Jackson from the shotgun. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down.
Byron Jones on the cover.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
57, Mike, 57.
From the gun, Jackson. Throw left side complete. That's Andrews. And they're able to get this one across the 35. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
1 quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Baltimore, 1st down.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 45-yard line. Again, Jackson. That's taken in by Duvernay. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Devin Duvernay, 45 yards. And the Ravens cut into that lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They have bucked the trend so far. Sterling performance to this point. On the road, no less, in the wild card round. And they look to finish things off here in this 4th quarter. And he'll wind up with about 6 up past the 30 to the 31.
A 6-yard pickup.
But Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back at New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
And it's 3rd
The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. He's at the 30, the 20. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster saving his best for the playoffs with his third touchdown of the game. And the Dolphins add on to their lead.
For the extra point.
They talked about stringing together some explosive plays here in the playoffs. That was a pretty explosive play.
It certainly was. And if you're going to win on the road, it certainly helps to have big playability in your hip pocket, doesn't it?
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out of the gun, he'll throw. Stepping up, he'll try and run. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. I want to go back to something you said in the first quarter about winning.
Is it a positive?
It is a positive.
Okay.
About winning the turnover battle. As a visiting team, as an underdog, you were right. They've done just that, and look where it's gotten them.
It's part of the formula. When you go on the road, as you mentioned, being an underdog, winning the turnover battle is a big key, and this one's playing out in this one.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 46. Operating from the gun, Jackson. Man open left side is Brown.
Jackson's pass.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. You know, Lamar Jackson last season, the first NFL quarterback with 3,000 or more passing yards and 1,000 or more rushing yards in the same season.
And we've seen both of those talents on display here today. We just saw another completed pass. And everyone knew coming out of college he could run the ball. But for some reason, we didn't analyze it throwing the way we should have. I think every time he completes a pass, he says to himself, take that, evaluators. You guys really missed the boat on me.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all. And now they're looking at 3rd down here. He's going to find his tight end, Boyle. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. His 2nd catch in this wild card game, and it goes for a first down.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. Open man is Duvernay. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
10 at the 11-yard line.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
57, Mike 57. Hey, keep it up.
Operating from the gun, Jackson. This will be caught at about the 5.
Jackson's
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 7 yards, the pickup there. 2nd down, ball on the 3. First down marker at the 1-yard line. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off down at the 2. He's at the 50, 30, 20, 10, and he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown.
That's the way to make it work, man.
Sanders on for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Dolphins 56, Ravens 21.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Saying their fans here are stunned would be an understatement. Things in this wild card round have not. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal at the Ravens' 4-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Let him know. 40 yards.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. Well, this D, particularly the secondary, has been picked apart at points here tonight. They finally, though, get to the quarterback, get a pick.
And we know this about him. He loves night games, loves the spotlight, loves being the center of attention. I will bet you that he ran off the field almost chuckling to himself. They finally got one. They finally got me.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll lose yardage here, back to the 15. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. And now here is another interception. Picked off Byron Jones. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
Check 48's the mic. Here we go, D.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
That'll be caught by Cup. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Off the play fake to Dobbins, here's Jackson. He's going to let it fly. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Eric Rowe. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Tonight's final score.
And losing in this wild card round, you know, they've got something to build on, though, for next year. But I don't know if they want to hear that right now.
Maybe not at the moment, but once they get away from it a little bit and they get into their off-season program, they'll start to talk about that. And I like how you framed it, building blocks, you know, building this program up. And one of my favorite coaches always talks about brick by brick, you build a program. And this is one of those bricks to build them towards the next season where they think they have a chance to advance farther in the playoffs.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. From Baltimore, good night, everybody.